took before the first gen even pops. Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Freaky Deity able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.
What the hell? There we go.
There
Jesus, what a mess.
Welcome back, everyone. We are Vigo's Court. I'm your judge, Little Rugard, and with me today is Counselor Poggy. And before we check out that docket, we got emotes coming down the pipeline. Should be ready for you guys in a couple of days. And we got sub badges. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's check out the docket for today. What do we got, Poggy?
Well, today we have this.
All right, everybody. This is the moment you've been waiting for. We have Deity versus CDM.
Wrong.
That's not
Fuck
CDM.
me.
That's we overslept. It is incorrect.
I told you.
Ignore it. It is Deity versus CDM, and we are fighting on Blood Lodge today. That is correct. Blood Lodge with 168 square tiles, 10,752 meters squared. Whoo, that's a big map. 8 hooks minimum, 13 hooks max, and I do believe there is a single permagen, which is at the lodge itself. Is that correct? This two-story lodge has a permagen? On that backside near the door?
Oh, gosh. If you hadn't asked me, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'd have to see it again, but I think you're right. I think so. And just really quick, I have to apologize to everyone. I picked the wrong battle card. Sam has 2 of them in there. Both of them say DT. One of them says 1. One of them says 3, and I got them mixed up. That's my fault. And of course, you know, this says Port Mafia's logo. It's fine though. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I didn't even notice that.
Mistakes were made.
Accidents happened. People died.
This
It's
is what
fine,
happens when you have a rush production schedule.
Yeah.
Pretty
it's
much,
all
yeah.
Good. It's all good. I don't know about you guys. Hey, we got, you know, it's what, that up there, that's what matters. We got the score ready. We got our rivals ready. I'm excited. I have been waiting for this match for over a week now. It has been on my schedule for that long. It is going to be a great match tonight. I'm excited.
Too.
And,
Me too. And
Blood Lodge, honestly, it is big in my opinion. It's not a small map, and it's bigger than medium maps for the most part. But I've never had bad games on it for the most part. As a killer, I don't feel like it's incredibly survivor sided. I don't feel like it's incredibly killer sided. I would say it's an even map, wouldn't you say?
Like it's somewhere in there. Probably slightly leans survivor than killer, but I mean, not that much. It depends on a lot of the RNG, I would suspect, but yeah.
Yeah, there's only 2 spots on the map that I know of that you can actually get a balanced landing, so probably not a balanced landing map by any stretch of the imagination, but no, it could be a little bit survivor side. I could say that. Being bigger does lend itself to that.
I think our teams are experiencing some cold feet because I haven't gotten any invites yet, and we're already 3 minutes into the hour, so I don't know. I don't know. But we do have some stats for you guys, and yes, these are updated from the previous game that we had today. So there was a previous CDM game.
Oh, man.
And oh, boy, here are your stats. It's leaning in favor of Deity. Yeah, it's really close, though. But it's leaning Deity, just a little. And
in all fairness, for retrospect, CDM just had an incredibly close match, and Deity's first match was an absolute blowaway.
It was.
So that might be why these, not the only reason necessarily, but that might be a factor in why these stats are so... The first one, the hook differential, very, very close, which matters. And the average score is very close. But definitely the rest of them, Deity definitely has a quite a big lead on the other stats for sure.
CDM had a pretty decent early stat score earlier today. Like before they had their OOD matchup, it was a little bit better. But I mean, you have to factor that into your predictions. And right now, I'm predicting Deity coming out slightly on top right now. But I can't say. I wonder what our audience is thinking at the moment. Can we look at their predictions? Oh, they are saying 44 to 56 in favor of Creepy Daddy Michaels. That's really close, by the way. That is really
close. Prediction I think we've had. That is really, really close. I'm impressed.
And we're just waiting on them to come in. Deity's going to be killing first, I do believe, and CDM will be surviving first. So they're readying up now, I guess, kind of getting everybody in. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, even the audience is torn on this one. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm nervous about it. I'm hesitant to say much more because I feel like it's too close to call at all. Like the stats are just way too close in general. The teams are so strong, both of them. This is what people have been wanting to see for a couple weeks now. Well, a weekish. Yeah.
Yeah. Reading chat right now, everybody is super excited. We already got a Poggard high five we got to redeem.
Already? Fudge me. All right, let's do it.
Also,
okay.
I got to... Oh, okay. Hit me. Okay. I didn't know what's even going on there. So we got some people talking about some saying, "Oh, CDM's gonna win, Deity's gonna win." It is pretty split on chat right now. Also, yes, small shout out I gotta give to Rebsy. Rebsy has the honor of being the first person that showed me while I was streaming what a CJ Tech was.
CJ Tech. I don't know that one. You. I think I've heard the name, but I don't know. You don't know what a CJ Tech is? Just remind me. I probably do know what it is, but I don't remember the name.
It's where when you down a survivor at a pallet and you go to pick him up, but instead the survivor vaults the pallet, which cancels your... Normally you would kick the pallet instead of pick up the survivor. But because they're vaulting it, you lose it. They vault back over and flashlight blind you.
Got it. Yep. I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about.
I remember that very fondly, and they also immortalized it in one of those YouTube videos. How dare you? But
and who is CJ?
We got a lot of people in here tonight. How's it going?
Who's CJ? Is it named after someone? Like there's somebody named CJ?
Actually, that's a very good question. Is there who coined that name? Actually, I'm very curious. Do we?
I have no idea.
Maybe chat knows who coined the term. I don't know.
Chat, who coined the name CJ Tech? Anybody know where that came from? Thank you in advance. We'll come back to you in 45 seconds when you have an answer for us. Poggy, no. Poggy would do what I do. What I do. I didn't do anything. These people, they're so sensitive.
Oh, goodness. It's good. Well, it's all good.
We're waiting on CDM to show up.
I'm happy.
CDM is not in yet. I don't know. They're starting to come in, but that's a name I have not seen before. Exivity? Exivity, yeah. I've never seen that person before.
I have not either. They are on the roster, so I just maybe they're bringing out new people. Hey, this Freaky. We know Freaky.
Do you think that's a wise plan to do that with this team, to bring out new blood right now? I don't know. That seems risky.
I don't know.
Oh boy. CDM is
maybe it's Secret Tech. Maybe they got a survivor that's so underground they're showing them now or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's a rank 13. How underground could he be? Maybe he hasn't played in years and he just comes back and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna come in and destroy everything." I don't know. This is weird. I did not expect to just see a rank 13 random player I've never seen in here before. I mean, rank doesn't matter. Rank doesn't matter, but everyone on CDM is usually red rank, and that's why I'm a little concerned for them. So we'll see. Here's our survivor squad.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay. You're fine.
I just realized we were reading it at the exact same time. So a player called Cool Juice made CJ Tech. Okay. Well, I got some information I did not know before. Cool Juice. Did they still stream? I guess I don't know. I'm curious now. We got, looks like they got the map correct. That's good.
That's a good start. We were worried about map selections today. That we're thinking like any one thing could turn this game in the other team's favor, and that could be something as simple as an incorrect map choice or accidentally bringing a wrong perk or whatever. It's just anything could just one side this, and if it's a really tight matchup, whoa. But now I don't know. I'm worried about this guy right here, Ixivity. I don't know how he plays. I've never seen him before. I love his outfit, though.
That's very true. I'm very curious. This is something we'll ask them at the post game. The post game interview. We'll ask them, who are you? I haven't seen you before. How are you doing? Get their information. I'm very curious. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. We've seen Q-Top. We've seen the Killer perform already. They did really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a sub or something. Maybe they couldn't get someone in.
Rue,
we shall see.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what they can do to help support our wonderful stream here?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, Poggy. You see, we have a merch store, vigoscourt.tv/merch, and you can go check out a sweet t-shirt, or I checked out today. There's actually multiple shirts you could, check out. You know what? I'm gonna go buy a shirt right now. I've been putting it off for too long. There's an Undying Alliance shirt with my name on it. I'm just gonna buy it right now in front of everybody. But in addition to that, we also have stickers. We also have Patreon.com/VigosCourt. You can check us on Patreon as well. We have a YouTube channel, Vigos Court on YouTube. You can go check out our previous streams. You can go check out all the matches we've had previously. We had a fantastic match just prior to this one that I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. It was such a great matchup, and I can only imagine how great this one's gonna be. We'll have all of those on YouTube as well. You can check them out there, as well as you can just check it out on Twitch. But yeah, no, Poggy, give me a second. I'm literally gonna buy a t-shirt right now. You can't stop me.
He's not really going to. He's full of crap.
Oh no, I am 100% to it. You can't stop me. Just watch me. I have been putting this off for way too long. I got paid the other day. I'm getting a t-shirt. I am supporting my team, Undying Alliance. And if you guys want to support your own team, feel free to do so as well. All right. Why is it not letting me check out?
It doesn't like you.
It really
I don't
doesn't.
like you either.
It's one of those
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't help myself. You don't know what that is, but everybody else does.
Oh, goodness. Sam, it's not letting me check out right now. Make it work. I want my Undying Alliance shirt.
I'm a little busy right now.
Okay, I can dream.
Are you explaining stuff to people?
In a little while. What?
What's going on? You have to explain stuff to people? All right, well, good luck with that. Well, we're still waiting on this team to ready up. This is really the tense part of this. And I know a lot of people are thinking, wow, they're taking a while. Yeah, they are taking a while. You know why they're taking a while? Because this is a defending champion team versus what is, allegedly anyway, the third best team in the world. And so, yeah, I mean, they're taking their time, making sure, they're making sure they got their perks right. They're making sure they got their builds right. They are probably talking strategies. These guys are all professionals at gaming, and they're going to take their time. That's what they're going to do. And so we gotta give it to them to let them do that. But boy, oh boy. The longer this goes on that I have to wait, the more tense I get.
Right? Yeah,
and it doesn't feel good.
For sure. Yeah, this is not a game to be taken lightly. They are hedging everything. And is that a flashlight?
That is a flashlight.
Ooh.
Freaky
Spicy.
JT.
I like it.
Freaky JT, by the way, one of the best survivors in the league. Hey!
There we go.
He bought a team jersey. Nice. Thank you, little Rugard. He bought an Undying Alliance shirt.
Easy.
GG's. Well, we appreciate
I'm happy
the
it went
support,
through. It didn't let me do it at first, and I was like, no, let me buy a shirt. I want to support my team. There we go, easy. And you guys can do the same thing. You guys shouting out CDM and Deity. There are shirts with Deity and CDM. You can go rep your favorite team. Just saying, vigoscourt.tv/merch. Go check them out.
I'm not allowed to rep teams because I am supposed to be an objective shoutcaster, so I can't have a favorite team. I might just buy a shirt that has literally all the teams on it. Like just one mashed together logo.
Poggy.
Just
Poggy, this is perfect. I'm glad you brought this up. We have Vigo shorts. Vigo shirts as well. You can get a Vigo's Court shirt if you can't decide which one's your favorite.
I'll think about it. Anyway, we have to jump into the rules really quick, and we'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. Okay, folks, we are back here again with Week 3 matchup. Division rivals Deity versus the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels. And it's worth pointing out, our audience seems to think a slight shift is in order. Deity coming out 60-40 against CDM right now in the audience predictions. So we'll see how that plays out. The, what do they call it? The wisdom of the crowd may come into play. Let's see. A spectate, and we have a nurse. They're coming out strong. This is Deity killing first, bringing a nurse to the table. This could be deadly for CDM. We've already seen them go against a nurse today, and they did struggle a little bit. So just getting started, we see King Pleb finding a totem right away, probably marking it in his head first. Maybe want to find another totem as well. They may be suspecting Undying or Ruin or something like that. And we do see Freaky JT kind of walking around. They're just sneaking about. They heard the nurse already use her ability. And so the best way to avoid getting killed by a nurse is to not get seen. But if you do get seen, you're going to end up going like that. Rejuvenated ship now seen and in the chase with the nurse. The nurse missing her first attack. And doing some interesting back and forth teleport. Does finally land the hit. Rejuvenated Trip not quite fully using his running away ability, but does do it using a dead hard and is able to get that distance. And now heading for the shack, leaving the shack, going across to the jungle gyms, running backwards, going to the left and to the right, trying a mind game, but not able to do it, and goes down right by this here rock. So the nurse has a nice early down, but the survivors are making short work of these gens already. Freaky JT working on a gen with Dwight. King Pleb Warrior working on his own gen. And the killer now making her way probably over here? Maybe? Not really completely sure. We don't see a whole lot by way of tracking, but she's already found some other survivors working on this gen. She finds the Laurie Strode in the back by the Blood Lodge. And a gen pops meanwhile that Freaky JT was working on with Dwight. And swinging at air, Deity's Q-Top is having a little bit of a hard time. And does land the hit on Ixivity. Now again, Ixivity is one of the newer players to CDM. We've never seen them play before. And so I am curious if they're going to have a strong showing. But, I mean, so far he seems to be doing okay. He's holding his own with this team. Rejuvenated Trip now fully healed up. The nurse not having a whole lot of pressure right now. Not really able to snowball yet. And doesn't reach Laurie Strode in time. Laurie gets away into the TNL loop and then works her way using Lithe to get some extra distance on the nurse. And this is what I was talking about, guys. When you're going up against Nurse, we see this a lot. You have to basically mind game the Nurse and keep her guessing as to where you're going. And that's what's great about this Bloodlodge. She does take a hit, but in the Bloodlodge, you have all these different directions you can go, all these different forks in the road, as it were, leaving it up to chance as to where you're going to go. But she does go down right by the hook. King Pleb Warrior going to go down second. And that'll be a second hook for Q-Top. And we see another gen being worked on, but Freaky JT is not going to finish it. And Q-Top swinging again at air. Rejuvenated Trip, however, may actually finish his gen in time. And Activity may have the same thing going. Let's see how they do. Q-Top now in the chase with Rejuvenated, so his gen is going to start regressing thanks to Ruin. And she may or may not be chasing Rejuvenated. No, she is. And unfortunately doesn't swing at him in time, instead trying to get a second teleport. That hesitation bought a little bit of time, but Rejuvenated does take the hit and goes towards the pallet loop. Towards the center of the map, is trying to confuse her a little bit. Kind of seems to work, as she doesn't know quite where to land that teleport. Rejuvenated doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately got a bit close to the hook. However, it doesn't seem to matter, as Freaky JT does take a hit for King Pleb as he comes off the hook. And now going for Freaky JT. Now this is something that'll be remarkable to see, but we have not seen Freaky JT die this season yet, I don't think. And it's very rare that he dies at all, even last season. So let's see how he's able to play against Nurse. And another gen popping with only 2 hooks, so 2-2. Freaky JT is now fully healed. That's exactly what he probably wanted to do, too. Get that nice reset, lose that pressure for the Nurse. This is a surprisingly weak opening for the Nurse, but she can still pull it through. And again, using Lithe to get that extra distance away from the TNL loop. And even with the Nurse's teleport, really hard to catch up with Lithe or Sprint Burst or anything like that. And a nice, beautiful dead hard from Freaky JT, keeping him off the hook still to this day. One day we'll see him get hooked. As Q-Top now aiming for the Dwight. Exivity doing really well too, but does get the down, and unfortunately that was a haunted ground. Exactly on time. That literally broke as she swung at the Dwight, completely full health, and he goes down as a result. Fantastic. Really lucky for that Nurse too right now, because these survivors are not going to let up. Clearly they want to get those totems out of the way. King Pleb Warrior looks like he's going in for the unhook, and Rejuvenated is still working on his generator. Freaky JT seems to be in the chase with the Nurse. How's she going to do? Being very patient, Freaky JT, and he goes for the dead hard, but it's not going to be enough. Freaky JT, the god of surviving, now goes down against the other gods of Deity. I can't tell you how significant it is to see Freaky JT going down, Rue. I mean, that is just something you don't see too often.
True. Very true.
And again, swinging at air. Q-Top having a little bit of trouble with Nurse, but still doing really well overall, but maybe not going to be enough if he keeps... I don't know why he's swinging. Can anybody explain why he's swinging? I thought swinging makes it longer.
You cancel the animation of fatigue. You don't look down during fatigue.
Well, I appreciate that then, because the fatigue looking down thing makes me nauseated. So I'm glad he's doing that. And the survivor is getting another totem down, but was it Ruin? I guess we'll find out in a second. Q-Top chasing after Rejuvenated Trip for just a moment. No, Ruin's still active. We can see it from here. Freaky JT again in a chase. This could be second hook if she's not careful. And does end up taking the hit. These survivors working on their generator. Freaky JT hopping into a locker last second to avoid getting downed and staying in the locker for an abnormally long amount of time. And we see a decisive strike play. Beautiful Freaky JT. Again, unhookable for now, at least. And we see once again that Lithe working perfectly to give Q-Top just the right amount of distance that he needed to get away from that slight lunge after the teleport. There's 3 generators done right now. The score is tied 4-4 for the moment. But Rejuvenated Trip takes the hit outside one of these jungle gyms. Works his way to kind of nowhere over here. But Q-Top messes up his teleporting and isn't able to get him down, unfortunately. And maybe that's what they were counting on, is that kind of mistake. Freaky JT hopping back into a locker again. I'm surprised this game has gone on for this long with only 3 gens getting done. I mean, these survivors tend to be very quick at gens, especially CDM, and I don't know, I'm just surprised to see it taking this long. This nurse is not applying that much pressure, but apparently it's enough to slow down these generators, which is quite surprising. And of course, there is still an exposed status effect coming from the haunted ground. So maybe that's why they're being a little extra cautious. Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, it's just Ruin at this point. Ruin, she is able to constantly juggle gen pressure. It's kind of crazy.
But it doesn't seem to matter because they do finish another gen. Only 1 generator remaining. King Pleb Warrior taking a hit outside of the center of the map. And, oh, whoa, that was close right there. A colossal luckiness, but then she teleports straight through the wall and gets the down immediately on Pleb. Wow. This could be really close or really far off. It depends on how CDM plays this in the end game. They are not known for making huge mistakes in the end game, and they do get all the generators done. We see a second hook on King Pleb Warrior, and we see them working their way for the unhook and probably for the gates as well. Freaky JT getting grabbed off of the hook. Oh, this is not good. This is the pressure the nurse needs right now, too. This could be very bad for CDM's endgame. Probably should have tried to bait out the hit so that she could have gotten the unhook, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that one. We see them kind of hanging off in the distance. At this point, they should really be thinking about going for gates. And that's exactly what Exivity is doing, going for his gate. And Freaky JT is recovering to either get ready to be picked up or get unhooked. We'll see. Just swinging at nothing. Q-Top's going to get a confirmed kill on King Pleb Warrior. And I wonder, is Rejuvenated Trip and Exivity, are they both going to see themselves out the door in lieu of getting Freaky JT off the hook? I don't know. It does seem like that might be what they're trying to do. Yeah, they're not looking like they're going back for anything. They're definitely leaving this one. And Q-Top getting a 2K as a result. That score is incredibly tight. Incredibly tight.
For sure.
Oh, boy.
Also, Freaky JT tied. I don't think we've ever seen that before. That's
we have
crazy.
Not. Freaky JT is dead.
That grab was insane, though. Like, we always talk about grabs are dead, but not for Nurse. Nurse gets that real sneaky grab, I guess. Holy cow. That game was incredible. I did not see the haunted grounds coming. I did that. I was awestruck.
That was surprising. That was surprising.
Absolute perfect timing too on that. Ruin Undying did a lot of work this game, constantly harassing the gens every other moment, and I don't think they ever got a chance to actually sit down and do the totems properly. And the one time they did, Haunted Grounds.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
that was a game. Holy cow. Just out like good nurse play, constantly juggling the gens, CDM handling it relatively well. That grab at the end was clutch though. That was a you don't see that very often. That was fantastic. Oh man. Oh, what do you even
right.
Okay.
All right. So really quick, we're going to go take a quick break and come back. Here is your post-game review coming up. That was the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button, guys. God, I'm literally shaking from these games right now. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. They're intense.
Right,
it's intense.
We're going to just give me a second, okay? Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching Week 3 matchup division rivals, Deity versus Creepy Daddy Michaels, and it's tight right now. It is really tight. This is your trial number 1 post-game review. We saw 5 generators getting done, and how many escapes, folks? That's right, 2 people escaping with 6 hooks. That is like a perfectly halfway through the game match and 2 kills. I mean, how much more even could this be? I don't know. But we saw 15-19 slightly favoring CDM right now. And I mean slightly. That is not a huge lead, but they are leading going into trial number 2. We'll see if they can keep that lead going in. Here is your Rue. Just say something. Say something.
Just go. I feel you. That was You nailed it. That was such an even match. Just going, the result I think perfectly matched the gameplay. The gens were not firing off, but they weren't, slowly getting done. It was a gen got done, a gen got done, a gen. It was very procedural, very progressive gen completion. Same way for hooks. There's a couple of clutch plays on CDM's part. Sometimes, not even having to use Dead Hard. I saw Rejuvenated. That was I would have Dead Hearted there. That took such resolve. Not that one specifically. That was good. But there was another chase where they didn't end up Dead Harding. That was really impressive. The nurse, for the most part, had some really clutch blinks and had really good chases. I don't know if they're a nurse main or not. I can't say. But I would say if I was going against CDM with the nurse, I would struggle. I would struggle like mad. These teams have so many hours, especially against players like Nurse, because Nurse is one of the top tier killers of all time. So of course you practice often against these types of killers. Just really strong from both sides. I believe that was Kavanaugh's last breath, which I definitely approve of on this match, or in this map specifically. It is a larger map, and Nurse already has she's slow, so you need the blinks to go, and I think Kavanaugh's helped with that drastically. Solid build. Again, the Haunted Grounds, I would call it spicy, but it's good. It did work. They realized, hey, we need to get Ruin out of the game because they're putting a ton of pressure on us. Oops, that was Haunted Ground. Oh, I'm sorry, you were in chase, you went down. I don't know if the survivors realized that there were 4 lit totems or not. That's what I want to know. I'm going to ask them in the post-game interview. I want to know if they knew that there were 4 totems lit up, or if they didn't, if the Haunted Grounds came as a surprise. Because they didn't jump on totems immediately. We saw that they were running around. There was at least 2 totems that they saw. So I'm guessing they might have guessed that there was Haunted Grounds, and they decided not to cleanse immediately. I'm very curious. I'm very curious what their thought process was.
I mean, I just want to recover the moment that we're talking about, because I mean, it was not just a Haunted Ground. It was a Haunted Ground into a hit like instantly, and it was just insane timing that the nurse was able to get Dwight down so quick. I mean, it was just nuts. So I mean, it was probably a surprise to Dwight for sure. He's like, "What the hell? I was perfectly healthy," and then he's like, "Oh." I mean, that had to be a little bit terrifying. Go ahead.
We're applying a penalty for the
what?
For the fatigue cancel, because that's against the rules.
Really? Is that is that considered exploitation?
An exploit?
It is, because it's not supposed to be in the game. It's a
How
glitch
much of a
that
penalty are we talking?
we're going to take 5 off for now, and I've warned him, and we'll probably talk about it after.
Okay, 5
Yeah,
it is.
this is the first time
that's more than 5.
I think-
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I think this is the first time we've ever seen anything like that come up, so...
It is.
Yeah, interesting.
Don't worry, I'll fix it,
that would
Sam. I got it
explain the
covered.
swinging.
There you go.
Yeah, the swinging... Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying, unfortunately, that does bring the score down 10-19 in favor of CDM, but it's still, that's not a strong lead, even with the penalty. We'll see how that goes. I guess, I'm nervous for these teams now.
Yeah, that's we'll see. We'll see how they adopt. It is going to be Deity on Survivor the next 2 times, and if there's anything that I've seen with Deity so far is that they are top-notch survivors. So I'm assuming King Pleb will be killing here. We'll see how he does.
There's some people saying in chat that it's not an exploit. Someone else saying y'all are serious. I have no say in this whatsoever. This is all league business. But Sam, do you want to maybe talk to the audience for a minute?
This has been discussed at extent within the league. It is what it is. You don't have to like it. It just is what it is.
Okay, you heard it from the man himself. Has been discussed in the league before already. And yes, it is kind of set in stone that these kinds of actions are considered exploitative. So there you go.
But barring that, it was still really solid nurse play.
Oh, yeah.
They had really good sense about where survivors were at any given time. And that just comes from being a killer for so long. So you can tell Q-Top has a lot of experience, just as killer in general, as we saw from last week's match. But they knew what survivors would be doing. They had a mindset of, hey, I know that we chased them over here. They were zoning them properly. And it just happens that CDM is, again, a really good survivor team, knows how to run nurse around, knows how to spread out and do gens, and end up with 2-man. Freaky JT got caught off guard. I'm curious to know what their reaction was to that grab, because like Freaky JT is a good survivor. They wouldn't just happen. I'm wondering if they thought it would have got canceled if they let go. I'm really curious how that happened. But huge for the nurse to get that, because that secured them another kill, denied them a save. Just phenomenal for nurse.
It may be the fact that the unhook was like so close to completing that she didn't let go. Freaky JT maybe just held on to that. I don't know. That was a close one though. Maybe they didn't expect the nurse to be able to get a grab. Could be that too.
I think honestly the most grabs I've gotten are from nurse, because you're not there and then suddenly you're there. Kind of same with Hag.
Right.
Hag in Rusty Shackles,
Yeah, except Hag, you can kind of expect a hook to have a trap on it. So, I mean, it's not quite the same, but I see where you're getting at. It's fine. I'm with you.
Yeah, and so, again, I got to respect Deity for the naming convention here, having the team name / what their username is. I dig it. And looks like the Rock's back to play, too.
Yeah, I have to emphasize, the chat's still going on a little bit about the exploit, and I just want to point out the rules are the rules, first of all, but 10-19, that's not a huge lead. It really isn't. CDM does not have a huge lead right now, so they have to be on their game, and this Survivor squad is deadly, which is kind of ironic. But King Pleb Warrior, no pushover himself either. Sad, Squid, GPU, and Q-Top are going to be surviving for the next 2 rounds, and they're pretty phenomenal all around. So, I don't know, they could very easily turn the score around and make it a very difficult end game going into Trial 4, as CDM has to survive then. We'll see how they do. And we're about to load into the game now. It's connecting. So as we get ready, we're going to take a look at the killer scoring rules. We'll be right back after this. All right, everyone, we're going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. Folks, we are back here again. Division Rivals, Week 3, Deity versus the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels. I hope you're as ready as we are. However, we've run into a bit of a snag, as the game isn't loading at all yet. It's sort of just hanging out.
J Warrior
and,
blue screen.
We got this J Warrior blue screen. That's the second time tonight, by the way. Although it's a separate matchup, so I don't know if it counts. Well, this is a perfect opportunity to just look at my beautiful friend Rugard as he tells me what he's going to do with his new t-shirt.
I'm going to wear it on stream as soon as I get it in. And I'm going to rep my team Undying Alliance all the way to the end of the season like a champ. You guys can do the same with vigoscourt.tv/merch and rep your own team, whatever it is your favorite, whether it be Deity, CDM, or any of the other fine teams in the league so far. Again, I'm a bit biased. I'm on Undying Alliance. I'm going to get an Undying Alliance shirt. I'm sorry. And Poggy over here, who has no affiliation, can get a Vigo's Court shirt and support the stream itself.
Actually, I might not be able to. The thing is, I don't think that Streamlabs ships to the Philippines, so I may not be able to order anything. For those of you who don't know, I live in the Philippines. So, yeah, it's tricky to get stuff delivered here. But I might get one made for me. Here.
Challenge accepted. I'm getting you a Vigo's Court shirt, and I'm shipping it to you.
Can you just send me the money?
Me.
No, I'm just kidding. So I don't have to return it?
Oh,
no.
My word. Yo, wow. Oh, shots fired.
Burn.
What is the,
so
what is the current
getting
prediction right now? It is 54-46 right now in favor of Deity winning the next trial. That's pretty close.
That is very close.
That's pretty close.
I don't know. King Pleb is something of a god tier player at killing, so I don't know if this is going to be super close. We'll see. But again, these survivors are strong, man.
We got another Pogred high five.
Blood Lodge is a tricky map. Yeah, another
the chat has called.
Fine.
Oh no! Not like this, Poggy. No.
We need to get some blood splatter effects.
Oh, geez. There we go.
For your hand.
Just the screen of my TV slowly gets more and more red. Oh, goodness. Clay
Hag
told me to get a Port
please?
Mafia t-shirt. No, you can't make me. How dare you?
Well, why are people saying hag facts? What is this? What are they asking me for? Are they asking me to say things about hag that are factual? Okay. Hag goes at, 4.4 meters per second? There.
Yes,
hag facts.
110% movement speed.
What else we got?
4.4 meters. According to Poggy, Corrupt Intervention is the worst perk on Hag.
Did I say the worst perk?
Stuff.
I just said I don't run it, and I think it's a wasted perk slot for me. I have never said it's the worst perk.
I just love giving you a hard time.
If I did, that was taken out of context, sir.
Fair enough. Okay.
Anyway,
I'll let you think what you want to.
How about hag fact? You can basically destroy survivors in MMR with hag because most people in MMR aren't used to going against hag. So that's it. Really has a very low learning curve compared to Nurse too, and it's pretty much GG easy for most games. Most games. The occasional god tier team comes along and ruins that for you, but yeah, they're ready back up again. By the way, I don't know if you saw that, but they're going back in. Let's see if it actually loads in this time. Wow. Hopefully, Freaky doesn't blue screen again. The poor guy. He if it does, maybe he should consider getting a PS5. But we'll see.
Mood.
So
yeah, that's unfortunate.
We have 120 people watching our stream right now. Thank you all so much. I hope you have hit that follow button and hit that subscribe button if you want to. And we definitely love having you here. Thank you all so much for watching. And I hope you're enjoying the show. We have two more matches tomorrow? What's the schedule?
I believe it is 2 more matches tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah,
that should be, because it's 2 more matches tomorrow, and then we have 1 on Friday, but we have a triple header Saturday. I believe that is how it goes.
We have 1 on Friday, triple header Saturday, and I think we're going to have a special guest, Guiltspire, showing up on Saturday evening when Rugard here will be playing for Undying Alliance. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, we need to get our head back in the game, because we're about to go.
Wrong Malice and Exobleth, you are welcome. Enjoy the subs, my dudes.
Foggy Hag Fact. That's not an actual command. I'll work on it. I'll work on a Hag Fact command that just spouts random facts about Hag.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Do it.
I'll think about it. All right, folks. We're here. We're going for it. This is it. Let's see how these survivors do. Immediately hopping on gens. Like it's nothing. They're just immediately on a gen. And King Pleb rocking a Deathslinger. This could be very good. Deathslinger is actually pretty decent on maps like this. A lot of open field in the middle, and of course, you can shoot over these objects. It's a little tricky to do, but King Pleb, no stranger to these type of things. Finding who that is? They're already almost done with the generator? Oh, jeez. Chasing after Rock. The Rock is cooking by this pallet. Is gonna take the hit, though. Oh, boy. As we see King Pleb breaking the pallet. Nancy didn't really go anywhere. She just kind of stood there. Nancy could go down here. This could be the early down he needs, as a gen already popped. Oh, boy. Are they just gen rushing? Are these guys gen rushers? They're almost done with another generator. And another one over here. No, this is the same one. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But that's going to be 2 gens in 2 minutes, I think.
Very quick.
GPU
very quick.
On a hook. Yeah, that's 1 minute and 43 seconds. That gen's already done. King Pleb Warrior probably feeling a bit of panic already. These survivors are no joke. GPU now already unhooked as well. And we see him chasing after and getting a hit on who? Claudette?
Looks like Sad.
Not my precious. Everybody knows I'm a Claudette main, right? Okay. I don't know if that's the thing people know. Anyway, we see Sad taking the hit. And, oh, Pleb is so hard to follow, man. He is just all over. I thought he was going to keep chasing after Claudette, and he just did not do that. King Pleb Warrior using his fast reload, too. And working his way back here toward what I believe is also the Claudette. Ooh, getting an M1 on Sad. That kind of scared me a little bit, seeing her pop in front of me like that. Very nice. 2 hooks to 2 generators done. However, how are the gens looking already? Again, only 3 minutes in, and another gen's about to pop, too. This could be 1 gen per minute at this rate. And there goes another one. 3 gens done.
Gens are flying off the shelf.
They really are. Queued up now in the chase with Deathslinger. Deathslinger getting the shot over the pallet. Very nice. And is going to get the hit. However, does have to keep chasing them even though they are injured. By the way, just saying, if I got shot by one of those things, I'm pretty sure I'm on the floor in a matter of seconds. I'm not going to be running anywhere injured. But these survivors are beasts, so they can handle it. They can take anything. And Nia taking the hit off the hook. Very nice with Claudette trying to get in the way. Not really working out for her. Trying to take some aggro with her borrowed time. And now we see King Pleb once again shooting at somebody. Let's try to follow him for a moment because I'm getting lost on this one. And he does see Claudette over there around the back. He's trying to mind game a bit. Does see her over there. Oh, and a nice shot. Working his way around the side of the jungle gym. But she does break out before she's able to get it. Very nice by the Claudette. And another gen's gonna pop. Jeez. These guys are just getting these gens done. They're making short work of this. King Pleb Warrior has his work cut out for him too. Only 2 hooks so far this game. Remember those fouls we were talking about? That foul that they got? That Deity got at the beginning? probably not going to be a big deal. Probably not going to matter at this point. Rue, what are you thinking right now?
I am still trying to get over the fact of how fast these gens are flying. That is a lot of pressure exerted by the survivors right now. For sure, any penalty they incurred from previous is just going to be wiped out by this game for sure. They are putting pressure on this Deathslinger. Ooh.
She is doing such a good job avoiding getting hit, but takes the M1. Oh, and gets back up and back down.
Oh my word.
That's hilarious. I don't think she was expecting it. I don't think she was ready for that. But she is going to get hooked. Second hook for Deity's GPU. I think they're going to keep them on the hook and just take their loss and escape. I don't think they're going to go for that unhook. What do you think?
I wouldn't. I don't know what their plan is, but I wouldn't try and get him out in this situation. They probably have the ability to, but he can drag someone back in the game, and I don't know if they'd want to risk giving them the extra hooks.
Right. No,
I wouldn't personally go for it because
of
how few hooks you left the Deathslinger to get. I wouldn't try and work it. But again, I'm not Deity. I'm not like an insanely good survivor squad. So they might try it.
They are trying it. They are working their way towards it, or at a minimum, trying to at least rescue Nia by acting as a body block for her. But no, they do get the unhook on Deity's GPU, who then gives a hit to, I believe that was Q-Top, who gets shot. But I think they might be able to make it out of here. I think this could be a full 4-man escape.
Very well could be, yes. Wow.
Which is something that we've seen them do a lot, and doing it against Pleb Warrior is actually surprising. Oh, a nice dead hard right out of the way. Holy cow.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
That is a full 4-man escape, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe my eyes. My goodness.
Where was that fourth escape?
I think it was out of the other gate, because they opened both gates. Okay. I will ask them in the in-game chat just to make sure that it wasn't a hatch play. There you go. And reviewing his build quickly, save the best for last. Hex Ruin, Hex Undying, Brutal Strength, and then Tin Oil Can and Warden's Keys. And no, that was not a hatch escape. That was just a normal escape out of the other gate.
So, I will say, I love save the best for last on Deathslinger. Brutal Strength, honestly, against really good teams, you just kind of need it with how many pallets they're going to throw and just, deny you as much pressure as possible. Not the best use of Ruin Undying. I don't think they used Ruin Undying once to regress the gens. Gens were flying off. They didn't go back and try and push them off gens at any given point. Ruin Undying didn't do anything. I felt like this game. I don't think it stayed up. It didn't get cleansed, right? I didn't see it get cleansed. So they just got no value out of it from what I saw.
Yeah, not enough pressure to get them off the gens, unfortunately.
No, they stuck to those gens. They got them done, and then they got out. That was an insane showing from Deity right there on the survivor side. That was impressive. You might even say that was oppressive. That was wow. Again, Deathslinger's not a bad killer by any stretch of the imagination. It's a super good killer, but just couldn't keep the pressure on survivors at any given time, constantly going to different loops and just denying line of sight, so you didn't get the good shots.
Really rough. Really rough.
That was wow.
Folks, we're going to be taking a look at the post-game review. Thank you, Sam. Let's go right now. We'll be right back as we get ready for the next game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen and we're watching Week 3 Division Rivals Deity versus the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels. Welcome and hello to Vigo's Court. Vigo's? The heck is that? Vigo's Court. Trial number 2 just happened, and yeah, 5 generators got done if you're just tuning in. 4-man escape. Something I was not anticipating, and only 3 hooks for the infamous Pleb Warrior with no kills. That is rough, and unfortunately, Deity 28-6, Creepy Daddy Michaels, they're not going to be able to hold on to that title, maybe. We'll see, but Deity is leading. Congratulations to them on that so far. Let's see how they do in trial number 3, and again, they will be surviving, but here are some in a moment. Here are some highlights, which are apparently still loading for some reason. There they go. I was wondering when that was going to pop up. Rue,
so
can you walk us through this a little bit?
Yeah, it was kind of hard to keep up with. Just the gens were being done very aggressively. Any chase they committed to almost seemed like it was being punished. So I'm not going to say that Deathslinger is a bad killer by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't exactly understand it. Especially when you know you're facing a team like Deity. I'm surprised we didn't see a Freddy or Spirit. Or, answering back with a nurse even, maybe. The pick for Deathslinger is an odd one to me. Also, I think chat called it out too. I completely forgot. They didn't use Corrupt to try it, because that's why the first 2 gens, like you said, flew off. Like minute 30, minute 40, 2 gens popped. And usually Corrupt can help prevent that. I'm kind of questioning what was the thought process behind Deathslinger coming in. Again, no disrespect to Pleb Warrior, because they are, like, we've seen them. They're a fantastic kill. I'm just kind of curious what the thought process was here. Deity, again, showing just a very dominant performance as a survivor squad. Really good communication, constantly taking hits for each other when necessary. Really well executed plays and saves, just like that one. The gens, whenever, like, we didn't see survivors very often out in the open. Whenever we cut to them, they were almost always on a gen. The exceptions being when we cut to them, they just got out of chase.
Right.
They're looking for one.
Right, exactly. Focused on those gens.
Yeah, what can you say? They were all about the gens, which, I mean, to be fair, it's competitive. It's what you expect. That's why we have gen regression perks. And speaking of gen regression perks, Ruin just, I don't think we ever saw Ruin. I don't think it ever came into play. Just kind of unfortunate as a killer. It hurts because it's like, juggle them, make them get off the gen, make Ruin do work, make them have to go look and cleanse the totems if they know the pressure's enough. Just kind of unfortunate.
I've watched King Pleb a lot. He was here last season. He's here this season. He's a strong killer, but all I can say is maybe what we saw here today in this game was just a lot of nerves. Maybe he's just super nervous about all the hype that's been built up around Deity and just didn't perform. We didn't see him really pressure the gens a whole lot. He mostly pressured the hooks or chased survivors around. I mean, it's not like Deathslinger's a weak killer by any means. He's actually really strong, and we just saw him really struggle. I don't know.
It might have
I'm
also,
nervous
again, no pun intended.
Yeah, go ahead.
We made this joke last stream. Icing the killer, they blue screened again. That would definitely set me off if I blue screened going in. It's like, well, is my computer going to hold up? Yeah, that's a very good point. It could have just been the hype.
It could have been in the back of his mind
been around
too.
the circuit and stuff.
It doesn't take much, and at this competitive level, it really doesn't take much to end up swaying the game one way or the other, just in terms of your mental state. And it could be something as simple as, like you said, a blue screen prior to the game makes you a little concerned, and maybe that sticks in your mind, and at least subconsciously, and makes you worry a little bit more. I don't know. Like I said, it could be anything. It could be a little bit of nerves there.
Very true. Very true. Ah, man. Well, we will see what they bring out next. This is back-to-back killer for them, so they're going to be coming out again. And I'm assuming, unless someone else, I can't imagine they're going to let anyone other than Pleb take this next one. But we'll see.
I'll spoil it for you. It is King Pleb in the group right now, so I'm pretty sure they're bringing him out again. Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler. Did we get a prediction, Sam?
I did not see one. No.
I'm handling stuff behind the scenes. Can you handle it for me?
I am on top of it. So Deity pulling out trial number 2, and we're going to set our prediction for trial number 3 in just a second.
But yeah, definitely just a very decisive showing for CDM this match. I'm curious if it will be matched by the next one as well. We will have to see. Any other thoughts as far as the killer's build? Again, I think Brutal Strength might be one of the best perks at high level, just because good teams will feed you pallets because they don't care. They're just eating up your time. So any time you can save is great. Honestly, I would be really, really happy if they decided to buff Brutal Strength. Hot take there, but I want a Brutal Strength buff. Please. Also, I want a Fire Up buff. Not the Fire Up's remotely competitive at this point, but come on, I can dream.
Question?
Yo.
What do you see being buffed about it? About Brutal Strength in particular?
The speed at which you can break pallets. I believe right now it is 20 at tier 3. I want to see it at 35. If you can make enduring they nerfed enduring. Wasn't it enduring back in the day like an 85% reduction?
It was some crazy number, yeah.
In stun? Yeah, now it's like 50.
Do you remember
you can buff Brutal Strength.
Do you remember the bug? There was an enduring bug that actually made it affect every stun, including Decisive Strike and stuff like that. So if you had enduring, it would make it like an instantaneous stun. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks straight. It was one of the first times that I've seen behavior like really jump on a bug and get rid of it, because for like 3 weeks straight, enduring was meta because it negated Decisive Strike. That was a fun time. That was a good time. You know, we talk about bugs from behavior occasionally, but sometimes the bugs are really, really fun. Like in the PTB a while back when the twins came out, having Demogorgon and Pig and Michael Myers, or like the lunges, Michael Myers they kept, but the Pig and Demo lunges stacking with coup de grace. Those are the bugs I want to see. I want to see Demo fly halfway across the map at me. That is that is good. That is the bugs we need.
I mean, I'm watching this back with King Pleb, and I can't really fault his shots. I mean, most of his shots landed, if not like 90% of them. And it wasn't that. I think it was, like we said, just the lack of pressure. Honestly, he just didn't really go to the generators.
Yeah, no, like you had it right. Good shots. They're no stranger to Deathslinger. They had good shots. I think they missed like 2 that was kind of like there, and that was about it. And they were doing the right thing. They don't care if they get the hit or not. They just, that's one of the big things with Deathslinger is you get a hit on someone, but you don't have to actually hit them. You just need your chain to snap so that they, they're broke, or they're, deep wound. So that way you're just wasting more of their time. Deathslinger has the potential to be an incredible time waster as far as a killer, just because of that, because you put him in 2, health states, but I think he only did that twice to gain pressure, and that was it. It was just tough. Again, I think you might have been right. Like, their muscle memory, their practice was there. They made good shots and stuff. They just might have been first game nerves against Deity. I don't know. And I can't imagine what it's going against them. So
really quick, Sam, I don't want to disrupt you, but I do want to ask if there's something going on behind the scenes we should know about, or that the audience should know about. If you could chime in whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, just to make sure everything's above board, they've agreed. Actually, their suggestion was to stream to Discord, so we're just getting that set up real quick.
Okay. Above board. I don't know what you mean and why, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, but that's fine. They'll have that handled momentarily, I'm sure. Besides that, I'm trying to see like what else, because again, analyzing this play, it was just such faultless play, I would say, from the Survivor side, even down to that last escape. They handled it so that dead hard right there. That dead hard was insane. Just, yeah, they're really, really good. I don't have much to say on the Survivor side, and the killer side I think we've covered for the most part. Brutal Strength, I want a buff. I will never not say that. I want it buffed. Don't at me.
I'm gonna do you a massive favor for a moment, Rue, and I'm gonna take a little break, and we'll be right back after these messages from I don't know, whatever advertiser. We'll be right back. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. I don't know if it actually ran an ad or not. I actually have no idea. I didn't push the button. I assume it pushed itself just magically, but it doesn't matter. We took a little moment because there was some stuff going on behind the scenes, and we just wanted to make sure we're on top of it. So essentially, Sam, do you think it's worth even saying out loud, or do we just let it ride? What do you think? This is league stuff.
It's just strictly people were saying that there was stretched res. The easiest solution to tell if they're stretched res or not is to have them stream to Discord. If they weren't aware, they're aware now.
Right.
So, which they were aware. And they're saying they weren't doing stretched res and are happy to go to the Discord. So,
Q-Top is asking for you back in voice chat, I think.
Oh, can Ram come back to VC
Rambo.
real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, Rambo. Okay, because I was thinking Sam.
They got it. We got it.
All right.
We're good.
So, folks, we're really sorry about the delay of game. There's not much we can do about it. I mean, this is kind of what happens when you have two teams like this going head-to-head. It's like they're being worried. They're taking their time with their builds. It's what I expected. So, let's take a look at them survivor rules, and we'll be right back in just a second. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivors side earns their points, and let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each, 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each, and 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point, 2 escapes is worth 2 points, 3rd escape is worth 4 points, and the 4th escape a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivor side... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. Week 3 matchup division rivals Deity versus the defending champ CDM, Creepy Daddy Michaels. We're loading in. It shouldn't be much longer. This is trial number 3. I don't know what killer we're going to see. Rue suggested something like Spirit or Nurse. You know, come out strong. But yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know. Let's see. Because we're in right now. And things are broken. But not to worry, because we'll deal with it. And let's go ahead and check in on our killer. So King Pleb bringing a Freddy. Kind of what he was saying. Bringing a Freddy. Not a bad choice, I think, to bring a Freddy. And, you know, Freddy's just a generally strong killer. Not super oppressive like a Nurse, but not weak either. And we're going to sit on him for a minute while I deal with some technical things. But, again, not really a big deal. King Pleb Warrior getting a hit on Squid right inside the Killer Shack. Very nice start, but not really a down. And these survivors are probably focusing gens. A nice stun by Zarina. And where is Freddy teleporting? He's teleporting to a nearly finished generator. And able to interrupt it with that Hex Ruin, too. Very nice. Wow. So 2 injured now. And another generator almost completed gets interrupted. So I think King Pleb may have his head back in the game where he said, you know what? I didn't pressure gens hard enough last time. I need to pressure them more this time. We're going to focus on that. We're going to focus on those gens and get them done. Or get them prevented from being done, I guess. And as usual, he's all over the place. So we did see a totem go down. I don't know which one it was. Might have been Undying. I don't know if he has Undying or not, because I'm not going to tell you. Because things. Squid now healing Q-Top. So basically they're resetting already. Pretty much a complete full reset. And that goes another totem.
Ooh.
As we see Nancy now in the chase. Taking a hit. GPU going to be running away to the truck. Probably past the truck. She turns around and goes the other way. I think she was expecting Freddy to teleport away, but Freddy didn't teleport away, and now she's caught with less distance than she had before. This could be the down that Freddy needs right here. Nice mind game. The long wall is actually okay, but Freddy gets the down. Nice by King Pleb. Great mind game. And now it seems like the survivors are going to answer in kind by getting a gen done as well. What is Freddy's plan? He does teleport to a gen, but I don't think that was the one that we saw 2 players working on. I think that was the one we saw Zarina, I believe. No, wait. Claudette, sorry. They all look the same. All the survivors in their outfits, they're all brown and difficult to see. Sad in the chase going towards Killer Shack. Being very cautious, but runs out a little bit, gets some extra distance. Oh, no, I think she could get hit here. Yeah, takes the hit, but she does get that speed boost. And GPU gets the unhook as well. And gonna drop the pallet early, but Freddy teleporting to the generator, coming around the outside of the TNL, or the long wall there, and gets the down on the Claudette. A beautiful mind game by King Pleb Warrior. Wow. That was really a remarkably good mind game. The way he went around toward the pallet and then teleported into the generator and went around the other side was just really slick. Really, really slick. And now I guess King Pleb is going to use this opportunity to either find survivors or kick doors. I thought he was going to kick that door at first, but I guess not. King Pleb instead going for the Zarina, fakes the pallet kick, but she doesn't really fall for it. However, does vault it early. Zarina's going to take a hit now. And Sad still just hanging out. And we do see him actually take a teleport back towards the hook. So this game is a little bit extended compared to the first one. We're now at 5 minutes of game time. And only 1 generator has gotten done. A lot more pressure from King Pleb Warrior than last game. And as things kind of slow down for a moment, he is going to find... Who are you? Is that a Nia I see?
Does look
and
like
we do hear a totem getting done. And Nia does take a hit. Working her way towards the jungle gym. Is she going to get the distance? Deadheart going to save her. Barely able to get over that pallet. Beautiful vault. That Deadheart was exactly the right amount of distance. That was very close, too. And, oh no! Freddy teleporting and getting the down right off the hook on Claudette. That is unfortunate, and Zarina might suffer the same fate going down as well. Right by the locker. She almost was able to juke into the locker to avoid the hit. Not that it would have been a huge deal, because she probably would have either gotten the grab out or jumped out and gotten hit again, but... She tried. She really tried. And now dead on hook. Claudette, I'm pretty sure she progressed to second hook on that one. And then, oh my goodness. Deity getting clobbered right now by King Pleb Warrior. A complete turnaround from his previous game against this Survivor Squad. Where now only 2 gens have gotten done and already he has a kill.
I'll be honest, I didn't see them progress to second state. That surprised me when that was Death Hook.
I think it might have been like a second away from a progression. Like second into it. Barely a progression, you know?
Yeah.
King Pleb setting up the snares and Nia going around the outside. Q-Top getting the unhook. And Nia just watching carefully. Gonna use the window right here to get some extra distance now. And Squid is panicking. I think Squid's panicking a little bit here. He may go down right here. Does a fake, a nice fake. And Freddy does fall for it. This is going to be a tricky one. She's going to drop that early. She's going to take the snare. And may just have enough distance. Oh, not quite. Going down right by the pallet. First hook for Squid. Rue, do you think that these survivors can still come back from this?
Based on what we've seen from previous games of Deity, it wouldn't. It's not out of the realm of possibility. However, 3 gens with 3 survivors, I've never seen it happen.
And if they use Deliverance,
they
too.
can prove me. Oh, that's a Deliverance? Well, that's one way to start. That was a
Deliverance. And Freddy teleporting across, but she saw it coming, didn't accept the mind game. Gonna drop the pallet now. Yep. Work her way around. Go to a different pallet. Not taking any chances. Now working our way to the TNL loop here. And, boy. Leaving the TNL. I don't think she's going to have the distance. Does a dead hard. Does bait out the whiff. Very nice. But I think that's going to be it. Oh, no. And a decisive strike play as Squid gets the locker juke. Very nice. And a gen popped, by the way. So now only 2 gens remaining. You're right. These survivors are strong. Even with only 3, it's really like they have 4 survivors. Like a normal MMR of 4 survivors, you know? Just how coordinated they are, even just with 3 of them. And now everybody injured, though. That's going to be a problem. That is definitely going to be a problem. They're going to probably want to try to reset. And I think that's going to be a grab. Yep, right out the window. A nice grab on the Nancy. Beautiful play by King Pleb Warrior. Using his snare right at the window was perfect. It's just... This game is too close today, man. It's too close. My heart can't take it. My heart can't take it. And we do see Discordance giving him more information on where these survivors are. So he's going to go for Zarina. Quite possibly going to go for a slug play and maybe go for Squid next. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And he finds Squid right there. Tries to bait her to come back towards him. Does take the teleport. Got a little bit turned around there, and that gives them an opportunity to get the unhook. She uses a Styptic agent. He's going to hold out. King Pleb Warrior saw the play. He's holding out for those 8 seconds, using them snares to prevent her from getting away. But still... Oh, no! She gets the stun. That was a successful use of a Styptic because she was able to get away using the pallet. Very nice by Squid.
That was a good play.
That could have been a 4-man slug, but Deity turned it around and was able to get the rescue and prevent any further downs in that moment. And now Q-Top going to be on the hook. Second hook for Q-Top. These survivors should really think about trying to reset, but Pleb Warrior just keeps pressuring them, making that very difficult. And that generator was nearly completed, but Nancy is forced to leave it. GPU now working towards the Killer Shack, which, again, does not have a pallet. But instead kind of bypassing it. And then going towards this jungle gym, which also, I believe, does not have a pallet, but does have a nice long wall window. And Freddy does vault through it. Nancy looks a little concerned. Tries to bait a hit. Doesn't really work. She's going to go out, unfortunately. That is going to be Anna Jen popping in the process. Very nice by this team. It's still too close to call, but that is going to be a death hook for GPU. So Q-Top and Squid may be... Oh, no. I thought they were going to try to go for some heals, but I'm pretty sure... Yeah, Nia's definitely been spotted. Freddy dropping some snares inside and around the building. And Nia kind of working around a bit of an unsafe pallet, especially with that, but Deadheart's going to save her and gets the stun. Squid is something to be messed with. Oh, my God. He is making his life difficult right now. Phenomenal plays by Squid today. And just in general, all around, these teams are super strong. And CDM does not want to go down without a fight. And we do see Q-Top watching Freddy come out of the teleport. now chasing the Nia around. Working around this sort of weirdly shaped geometry. And does get the down on Squid, finally, with the stun as well. Unlucky for Squid. That was very close. May have just been dedicated there. But that will be second hook for Squid, and it may not be worth Q-Top going for it. King Pleb Warrior didn't go for the 4-man slug, which is an interesting choice, I think, because that does give Q-Top the potential for a hatch play.
I can't speak for sure, but he may also have seen the hatch too, so...
Quite possibly.
Sure.
I didn't see it myself yet, but maybe has seen it. I feel like if he did, though, he would have gone straight to it, and he's not anywhere near it, unless he's trying to work his way towards the hook. I don't know if I would advise a hook play right now, because that would just potentially give King Pleb more points. And at this point, it may be worth just looking for hatch. But I don't know. I don't know. These guys have their own comms going on, and they have their own strategies in mind. So we'll see what they're planning. But King Pleb just getting some extra points, doing some destruction. He's done phenomenally this game. The last game he didn't. He just really struggled, and now it's like he's closing that gap going into the trial number 4. Right now it's 42-44. I mean, this is the closest score we've seen in a while. Actually, probably ever.
For sure.
And Squid gonna get dead. Get dead. King Pleb Warrior, is he standing on hatch right now? I think he might be. I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's definitely standing on hatch. And we do see Q-Top getting that adrenaline play. And these doors are far enough away that, in theory, she could get one of them open.
True.
In theory. That would be hard. That's a big brain play. It's hard to do, but she could do it. Just got to be really careful. And let's see if Q-Top is that sort of cautious player, or if they're going to go in a little bit too eager beaver. Does seem to be trying to be careful, using her outfit to kind of blend in with the wall there. I don't know how successful that's going to be, though.
No,
he's watching.
They can't.
Oh, he can see both gates. Oh, no, he can see them both. Oh, wow. No. Unlucky for Q-Top. And Freddy is, of course, going to see this, right? Does he? Hello, Freddy? Did you... There you go. Now he sees the light coming up. It's not going to be fast enough, though. Oh, within seconds. Within seconds, she might have had that. It's not going to be enough. You're going down. What?
They dead-hearted.
Oh, my God. She
almost
dead-hearted at the gate. Wow.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
That was close.
That was really close. An extra second, and she would have had that gate open. A nice 4K.
That was a good play on her part.
It really was. A really nice 4K from King Pleb, though. I didn't expect him to come out so strong with a 4K here. I really didn't. 31,900 blood points. That is an insane score.
Holy cow. It's crazy how opposite this game was from the previous one.
Yeah.
Whereas he had no pressure. It felt like last game. He had all the pressure this game, and he forced them to cleanse Rune Undying. And it happened to be that it took them 4 totems to get Rune Undying out of the game. And even during that time, he only got a couple hooks, but just quickly, I didn't realize the Claudette was went to second state. That was huge for them. That might have even been intentional, trying to make sure they got the second state so they could just kill them on the next hook. That might have been intentional. Discordance and Save the Best for Last, both, again, perks I love on Freddy. So honestly, very standard Freddy build, and holy cow, this is the Pleb Warrior I know. This is the Pleb Warrior I've watched play before. So glad to see him back, and just really good killer performance. And like, to the survivors' credit, they gave him a run for their money. Like, did you see how spread out they were? At any given time, he had to dedicate to even get anything on them, and still managed to eke it out. Just
scores right.
Good grief, what a match.
before we go on, I just want to thank everybody behind the scenes who's working really hard on this show. You guys are doing great. Sam, Mandy, a couple of the other people back there, thank you so much for handling a lot of the back end stuff. It's really helped out. So anyway, let's do this post game review. We'll be right back, and for trial number 4 coming up, and some post game highlights. Here we go. Okay, folks, we're watching Week 3 matchup division rivals Deity versus Creepy Daddy Michaels, the defending champions from last season. And yeah, nobody here is going down without a fight, that's for sure. We saw trial number 3, 4 generators getting done. I mean, they did really well, no doubt. But unfortunately, 0 escapes for Deity, which is surprising, really. And 10 hooks for King Pleb Warrior, an extremely strong showing compared to his first one with the 4K. And yeah, 10-28 in favor of Creepy Daddy Michaels in Trial 3. Who's leading right now? Let's see. The answer is Creepy Daddy Michaels leads going into Trial number 4. I mean, could somebody save me? Help me understand. Rue, can you walk us through this? Because I need to understand it.
I'm struggling too. This was phenomenal play on both sides. And again, to highlight just how strong Deity played this, even though they got 4K'd, they had 3 gens left, and with 3 people, got 2 gens, and we saw that Nancy almost had a half a gen done on the other one. They were this close to getting out anyway. 3 survivors almost got 3 gens done against a Freddy. That's insane. That's how close this match was. Just, oh my goodness, how do you even break this down? Like, low pro chain, or no, I'm sorry, not low pro chains. Swing chain jump rope Freddy is standard, just slowing down the game as much as humanly possible. Ruin Undying did the reverse of the last game we saw, where they didn't get hardly any out of it. Just massive pressure from Freddy this match. Constant, like, I can't imagine how many gen states regressed this game. Just absolutely insane. And again, there's a reason that every time we, Pleb comes up and, plays killer, we get excited because he's such a good killer. And they showed it this time. The previous match, I'm guessing the jitters are gone now, because this is what I'm used to seeing from Pleb. And again, you have to burn a Freddy. There's no way you go against a team like Deity without burning just, the top tier killers. Because that's how it works. That's how you beat a team like this. If you have to give yourself a shot, and that's what we saw this match. Just outstanding. Just the mind game, like right there, acting like you're going around. I'm not really sure what happened there. I don't know if this arena. I didn't see live, so I don't think there was a live play. I think the Freddy just got a really good mind game off on this arena there. And honestly, Freddy, like, we didn't talk about this until now. Freddy zoned them. You mentioned multiple times, like, oh, there's no pallet here. There's no pallet here. They kept Freddy kept zoning them to places with no pallets, so it didn't work in their favor like it usually does to throw the pallets. Freddy ate the pallets over time and zoned them into an area where they just had nothing to run to. Exactly. And he didn't break the door in the building. The building had its door up the entire game, which is crazy to me. Oh my goodness.
I would have kicked it right away. That's me, but I mean, obviously he didn't feel like he needed to. He didn't bother. He's like, no, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite, I think, for me, play of the game, and we may or may not see it pop up in the clips here in a second, but play of the game for me was the mind game on the Claudette. I believe it was the Claudette that he mind gamed around the corner where he was chasing her. Actually, it might have been Nia. I'm not sure. But he was chasing her through the jungle gym. And then he teleported to the generator right there in that jungle gym and comes around the corner really fast and smacks her down. Like, it was just insane. Super big brain. I never would have thought of that. 9,000 IQ, GG, easy from his part on that one. That was, for me, gameplay of the week, probably. We haven't even started the week hardly. Just impressive.
In addition to that, I don't know if you've seen this before. You don't know necessarily what orientation you're going to come out when you do that teleport. So he not only did that, he oriented himself properly to get right back into the chase and do that move. So
exactly,
yeah, fantastic play. And I love again, I'm referencing myself from the previous match because the previous match was amazing. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the first match of the week. How are we going to top this? You know, CDM and Deity are plating. Like, is it going to be this close? And then we see this match and it's even closer than the previous one. Like, this day is cracked. This has been a blast. And
well, it's not over yet. We still got one trial left to go, and it's anybody's game right now. It's 53-48 right now, guys. That's, I mean, what, a 4-point lead for CDM, barely pulling ahead. Ooh, boy.
Also, just to point it out, I see a lot of new people in chat. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. This is Vigo's Court, if you haven't heard. This is CDM versus Deity. I'm sure you guys already know that by now, but welcome in. Glad to have you. Hope you guys are having a great time this evening. I know I am. I'm going to be exhausted after this. I'm going to sleep for like 10 hours straight after this game. I am on cloud 9 hype right now. This has been amazing to watch.
My COVID hair
I know
is
about
showing.
you, Poggy. Wait, you've got the rest of your day after this. How are you going to do that? How are you going to spend the rest of your day after starting this?
Red Dead Redemption 2, baby. I haven't played it before. I'm playing it today. I'm excited to ride around on some horses and shoot some old Western people. I don't know, old Western people? Cowboys. I don't know. I'm excited. I've been playing it a little bit this morning when I first started. It's actually a really chill game, all things considered, with the action and stuff. Like, something about riding around on a horse in the snow is just really satisfying. Anyway, neither here nor there, folks.
All right, so question for you, because now Deity's back up with the killer. Do you think they're going to respond in kind with Freddy, Spirit, Nurse? Like, this is a really close game. I wouldn't want to leave it to chance. I would want to take the just absolute cracked out killer that I can play and just try and go for the 4K. Just go ham. What do you think's going to happen?
Glasses off. In today's episode of Glasses Off, I want to see Hag. I do. I want to see Hag, but I mean, these guys know how to counter Hag, so I don't know if that's a good idea. However, Q-Top, if I had to guess, he's going to bring something super strong out. I know Deity does not want to lose. I know CDM does not want to lose, and I know these teams are feeling the pressure right now with this close score. Nobody's taking for granted that 53-48 lead on CDM. They know how close this is. And so I'm thinking they're both going to go hard. And I'm thinking that they're going to bring the same perks these guys always run on Survivor. Just straight up everything they always run that they're used to, that they're most comfortable with. And Q-Top probably going to bring his killer main, which I think is a Nurse, maybe, possibly?
Maybe.
I think.
Look at the prediction right now.
Oof. Let's see. All right, folks, you guys are making some predictions. 99% to 1 in favor of Creepy Daddy Michaels. Somebody put in a lot of blood points, core coins.
Someone's
for Creepy Daddy Michaels. Yeah, they are. They are putting all their eggs in my basket. Somebody asked if I could sign their mouse. Mail it to me and pay for the postage back, and I absolutely will sign your mouse. Yes, I will.
Oh man, I don't know if I could call it. Like, if I had to put like blood points or whatever on the line, I don't know if I could make a decision either way. This game is so close. I mean,
we could be very well looking at our first tie. Honestly, we could be seeing our first tie ever.
Oh my goodness! What a time for a tie to happen. Good grief! But like, it's seriously, like, the map is large, and so like you could argue it's kind of Survivor sided. So it's like you would think like, oh, you know, CDM being Survivors to being lead, but we just saw Freddy 4K. It is not out of the realm of possibility for Deity to come back and just, you know, also answer with the 4K. Oh my goodness, it's so close. I'm genuinely curious what they're going to bring out here. This is. I don't think I've ever seen going into a third match it being this close, because the previous match was 6-point difference going into the last match or last game, and here this is 5 points difference going into the last game. Could you get any closer?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I would actually not be surprised if this does end up actually being a tie, just of how close it is. I know that these guys know how the scoring system works, and there's potential that they could try to aim for as close as possible. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I'm sorry. I got nothing.
Good grief.
I got nothing. Let's see if this prediction has changed at all now that people are voting again. 91-9 again. Creepy Daddy's still ahead. People are voting a lot of points into Creepy Daddy Michaels. And thank you, little Rugard, again for joining the jury, buying 5 seats on the jury. Wow. So we're welcoming Hannah, Julian DBD, The Talks, Written, and it's Bingo _ Welcome all 5 of you to the jury. We appreciate having you on, and hopefully you enjoy the emotes and the sub badges. So,
which we've got emotes coming down the line. I'm excited for some emotes.
Go away. We're waiting on Freaky JT to ready up. It's very, very close to happening, guys. This is going to be Trial 4, the last game of the night.
Can you imagine what their comms are like right now? They're like, we just got to make it out. We got to get a couple escapes. We can do this. Can you imagine the pregame chat for this?
Okay, really quick. Last time for tonight, we're going to be looking at those rules one more time. We'll be right back after this. Hello everyone, we're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, another Week 3 matchup. Division rivals Deity going ahead again against the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels. I'm getting tongue-tied, too. That's not good. And I just want to say for the chat, you guys, just chill out. Relax. We're just having fun here. Come on. Come on. Let's just have some fun. Can't we do that? Is that okay? All right. We're going to get started. Let's take a look at this. We're here. And we have a blight? Okay, I'm going to be honest. Did not see a blight coming at all. That is a big, big surprise to me. And he's already using his power to great effect. Using it to get across the map, and we do see Corrupt Intervention in play as well. So, Blight on this map, actually probably not a bad choice. He has a lot of potential for ping-ponging around, which is actually really great. A really great choice, I think. I mean, I hadn't really considered Blight, to be honest. I'm not really a Blight fan. But he does get that early pallet out of the way. And, of course, we do see him, like, bouncing all... There's so much to bounce all over here. And, unfortunately, he doesn't get that bounce, and is probably not going to get there in time. Rue is back. He took a moment to do Rue things. And Rue, he brought a blight to the game.
I'm seeing that. I'm shocked, because there's a lot of structures off here. You slide. I'd be scared.
But he hasn't really done that a whole lot. I think he just missed one so far. So, I mean, already he's bounced off of everything pretty well, so I haven't seen a lot of sliding, but we'll see. We'll see how this progresses. You're a kind of a blight player, aren't you?
Yes, I would consider myself a blight main. That's why I hate this map.
Well, fair enough. However, Q-Top seems confident, and he gets the down on activity right inside the killer shack. Very nice. Early down. We also saw a totem go. I don't know which totem it was, but it went down. And I believe they're working on another one right now as well. And Hex Ruin is still up, and that totem is being cleansed. Q-Top may be going for it. Oh, and the totem is down, and by the way, Hex Ruin is now gone. With 5 gens remaining, CDM is coming out strong on this one.
Oh no.
Q-Top has a lot of work to do now. And he does get a hit on Freaky JT, but I don't know if he's going to capture him again. Let's see how he does. Almost getting a hit. Q-Top is struggling a little bit.
I'll be honest. Like, if my Ruin goes down this early in the game as a Blight, I'm stressing out.
I think he is too, and he's kind of whiffing a little bit here on Rejuvenated Trip as he works his way towards the bus. The bus being one of the strongest loops on this map, depending on the RNG, and he does get the back door. And Rejuvenated does take the hit. The generator still hasn't been done. We're about 3 minutes into the game, 3.5 minutes, and still no gens popped. But without Ruin, it's only a matter of time now that generators are going to start getting done. He's going to have to kick them manually like we just saw there. I just don't know what these survivors are going to be able to do against, or what this killer's going to be able to do against these survivors. It's going to be really tough. I mean, it just doesn't matter how good you are at this point, because unfortunately you just can't be everywhere. So like I said, gens are just going to get done unless you can capture these survivors quickly and apply some pressure. But he hasn't really gotten anything except for that one first hook, and a nice dead hard out of the way by Rejuvenated. I do believe that was a dead hard. And maybe going down right by the pallet. Ooh, but a whiff from Q-Top. Q-Top abandoning the chase, giving Rejuvenated a chance to heal back up. Oh boy, Activity taking a hit at the nearly completed generator. Now they know that they're expecting Tinkerer. Activity doing some weird movement, but doesn't get downed as we see Blight kind of retargeting. Oh, but Activity using his Tinkerer, he's going to get down. Q-Top gets him down with the Tinkerer. Very nice. And 2 gens pop simultaneously. Wow. That is fabulous. And holy another cow. One. 4 generators done. 5 minutes into the game. No Hex Ruin. No Undying. This could be lights out for Deity. CDM, the defending champions, could be holding on tight to that title.
Good grief.
Oh my god. Rejuvenated does take another hit, but he is fully healthy. And Activity now on second hook. Q-Top is feeling the pressure for his team right now. And they're nearly completed with that other gen, already nearly 50%. I don't know if Blight was a good choice for this map. Go ahead.
I think Blight is fine, honestly. Again, Blight has so much pressure. He's definitely one of the best killers in the game, in my opinion. And they're not doing badly. You saw how well they were able to bounce around. I think Ruin Undying getting cleansed so early is just crippling.
And they are committing. They're committing to that. And we see them get an adrenaline off the hit. Really nice. Activity also getting healed up. Rejuvenated Trip, the only one currently injured with all 5 gens done. Blight is definitely getting really screwed here. Oh, man.
Oh, my word. That's insane. As a Blight main, this hurts. Like, I know this feeling. I've had these games with Blight.
And I think we're going to be seeing a full 4-man escape with both gates getting opened. I don't think there's much that this Blight can do right now. After both Ruin and Undying fell at 5 gens, it was pretty much game over. And that's exactly what's happening. Rejuvenated Trip now fully healed. Freaky JT taking a hit. Freaky JT is a little bit out of position and may end up needing some help from his survivor friends to come and maybe do some body blocking if they can get in there fast enough. But Blight coming around the corner and does run past.
Ooh.
Is he going to get the down? He does get the down. Very nice on Freaky JT. But he's going for the slug play. He's trying to force them all out, and it's kind of working. King Blood Warrior taking it down as well. Oh, boy.
Wow.
And that was that's really going to be first hook for King Club Warrior and Rejuvenated Activity, both taking it out. They don't see the point. Freaky JT is crawling somewhere, but I don't know where he's going.
Not really sure.
Trying to stay out of line of sight. I think Blight's going to find him, though. Yeah, Blight found you, my friend. So Blight at least did some makeup. He did a little bit of last-minute makeup, getting a 2K. Yeah. But it's not going to be enough, I don't think. It can't be enough, right?
I don't think so. It can't be. There weren't hardly any hooks. Like, I think this is yeah, that's 4 hooks with 4 progressions.
Ooh.
That's tough. Again, just like Ruin Undying going that quickly is soul crushing. I feel for the Blight. I've had that happen so many times. You just lose so much pressure all of a sudden. Because that's where Blight gets his pressure. He can just constantly chain interaction, especially with the ring that he had, constantly chaining survivors and pushing them from gens. And they stole the Ruin Undying immediately from him. Like, he never got value out of it, hardly. Like, he got value out of it for like the first minute, and then it was gone. This build, I run this build all the time. Ruin Undying, Tinkerer, Corrupt. Standard, solid Blight build. Like, this Blight build is what I take in every time I go in. And losing Ruin Undying that early was crushing. And again, on that map, there's geometry that you just slide off, and it feels so bad. And you saw the bounces. They're an adept Blight. There was some insane bounces they were doing in the shack that I wouldn't even think to attempt sometimes, and they were hitting survivors off of it. Like, solid Blight play, just survivors crushed it. Like, Ruin Undying and then splitting up, just solid gameplay. Good grief.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a look at this post-game review, and we'll be right back with some highlights, and oh boy. So, folks, you've been watching Vigo's Court. This is the division rivals CDM and Deity. Deity going up against CDM, the defending champions here. And, folks, oh boy. This is what you witnessed, okay? We saw all 5 generators in trial number 4 getting done. Or, I'm sorry, all 5 generators. Wait, did I say 5? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm in shock, okay? 2 escapes, 4 hooks, and only 2 kills. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the result: 61-71. Creepy Daddy Michaels holding on to that defending championship title, and they are convicted of murder. Deity, the strong team, the wow. I mean, they just. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I have no words. I have nothing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Welcome to my world. I was breathless this whole match. Good grief. Yeah, also just FYI, so we can get interviews in. Anyone from Deity or CDM, if you'd like to come into chat, let us know so you can jump in for an interview. But moving aside from that, just again, I think the crushing blow here was Ruin Undying was gone so quickly. Yeah. I don't remember them ever getting value out of it hardly. And before they it was just gone. And for Blight with no other gen reduction perks, just it hurts. Blight is such a phenomenal killer. They can chase so well, they can mind game so well, and they can apply pressure across the map so well. It's a really good killer. But they were essentially playing with like 2, like as soon as they lost Corrupt, there was a 1 perk Blight. I've been in that boat so many times. Just, and they took advantage of it. As soon as those totems were gone, Blight committed to a chase, which is all you can do at that point. And by the time they got that down, we saw 3 gens pop in quick succession. What are you supposed to do? I've been in this situation so many times. Good survivor teams just feel back-breaking. So, especially when you lose out the gen pressure, which is again, please nerf resilience and prove thyself. I would like that. Thank you. Killer main talking. Oh man. No, just phenomenal gameplay from both sides. Oh my goodness. This game going into this last game was anyone. And even then, that final score is really, really narrow. That's a really, really narrow lead to come out on. So
yeah,
well done for both sides. Well done. Looks like we got Squid from Deity. Sorry, I'm going blank. My mind has been numbed from how insane this match has been. Just, oh my word.
You're not
Squid,
alone.
are you there?
We're in the same boat, my friend.
Squid.
Yeah, what's up?
Phenomenal gameplay from you guys. That first match against Deity, or against CDM, against Deathslinger, that was the most, from a killer's perspective, that was the most sickening thing I think I've ever seen done to a killer before. Judging by your last week's performance too, that is a regular thing for you guys to do, and just phenomenal gameplay. What did you guys go in, like that first match where you were playing against Deathslinger? What was your guys' strategy? What was your guys' mindset when you saw Deathslinger?
So when we saw Deathslinger, we know Blood Lodge obviously is a huge map, so we wanted to use that to our advantage. We wanted to keep our spacing good, not let them get free hits. We left generators pretty early so we could make use of the main buildings, like Shack and the main structure, Blood Lodge. But we just didn't want to stay too close. We noticed he didn't have Corrupt, so we got on gens as soon as we could, just to because we knew we needed a big game after being down from the first match. So we just wanted to keep our spacing good and just get gens done as fast as possible.
You guys did that. Those first 2 gens, I think Poggy said they were done in under a minute 30, which is disgusting,
Yeah,
to say the least. And then that second game against Freddy, the tone shifted quite a bit. What happened during the Freddy game? I didn't realize the Claudette went to second stage. How did that happen?
So the Claudette went to second stage. Our thought process was he was kind of proxying. We had trouble getting the Ruin Undying. We know that if they didn't get a second free hook, they were just going to get 1 point instead of 2. So we tried to use that to our advantage. It kind of backfired a little bit. But with the Freddy game, recently he's been banned for quite a while in some of the other tournaments just from the spectator bug. Because if you load in as the spectator on Freddy, it crashes the game. So we haven't focused on playing against a Freddy for a very long time. That Freddy played very well. He played very well. He used everything he had, came at us really good. Partly on our fault, not coming prepared for a Freddy. That's no excuse. We had a little mix-up with the Rock. I called out a totem that transferred. We knew it was Ruin. We told him not to cleanse it, but the Rock went and cleansed it anyway because the Rock does what he wants. So that ended up messing us up a little bit because we had to search, and then we got unlucky.
I mean,
yeah, he smelt the totem, and then we had to go find 4 more, unfortunately. But pretty much just that happened, and then unfortunately Sad wasn't running DS, so when he got picked up, he was dead on hook. But that's pretty much what happened. But that Freddy played very well.
Yeah, that was a super, super close game. Honestly, this entire match has just been a roller coaster to watch. You guys were phenomenal. I was hoping to actually ask Q-Top because there was some, that was some insane killer play. I play Nurse and Blight, and this guy just, scales so far above me. I got to get this guy's number or something to give me some lessons. For real, though.
Man. He's pretty good. But, I mean, we are still looking for a solid killer because Quinn mostly focuses on Survivor, so unfortunate. But we have to deal with what we had to deal with. But I think I'm not disappointed in my team at all. I feel like we came out, did pretty well. We'll definitely be more prepared next time. I tip my cap to CDM. They played very well. And I just would like to say, just if you're a fan of Deity, please be respectful of every team. We love the support. We love you make the tournament what it is, but we do want it to be fun and lighthearted because in the end it's comp DBD. It's not life or death. So I just want to keep our fans in check here.
You saying that because I was gonna say something very similar to that in a little while in the chats behind the scenes, but yeah, thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
Well spoken. Also, holy cow, you are incredibly well put together as a person. I have never had someone on that is just this correct in speaking. Just saying, very concise. I wish I had your speaking. Just saying, I wish I had your mannerisms. Oh goodness. If you want to hang around for a bit, we're gonna get CDM in here and interview them, and then we'll have you guys talk to each other in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Can we get in? Who is this? This is Freaky and Don't Trip, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
Freaky and Trip.
Freaky and Trip. Yeah. Okay. Freaky just left again. There we go. We're having role issues. There we go. Nope. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm stepping over everybody's toes and permissions. All right. Well, guys, phenomenal gameplay. What were your guys' thoughts going into against a Nurse right off the bat?
Well, I mean, we kind of expected Nurse, to be honest. I actually just said, it's either going to be a Nurse or a Spirit. I'm expecting Nurse, Spirit, or Freddy. Especially on that map. Because you're not playing, there's no way you're playing any other killer on that map and doing as well as the other killers I just mentioned. So yeah, so we knew bottom down is gonna be one of those 3-4 killers, and going against a PC Nurse, it's a much more different mindset because of the fact that it's PC. So you kind of gotta, not really play in the mindset of, hey, like, it's a, console nurse. You can kind of abuse some other stuff compared to like a PC nurse, right? So you can't really do the things you want to do. So obviously, you get out of your comfort zone and do different things. And like what our game plan was me and Exhibity are both running for the people and camaraderie, so that like it's almost like an incentive to tunnel us because of the fact that we're like gonna instantly heal the person who just came off hook. So we had like a little game plan going there. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the camaraderie there, and it never ceases to amaze me just the ingenuity and the random perks that I would never have think would be competitive, and just bringing them out and using them. Really interesting. I gotta ask though, Freaky, what happened on that? What happened on the hook with the nurse? I think it's the first time I've ever seen someone get grabbed by nurse like that. Like, did you see it coming?
It was just miscommunication. That's all it was. But
okay.
It is nurse, so I should have kind of respected that. So that's kind of my bad. So it is what it is, though.
Fair enough. I was just shocked. I think this is the first time I've seen you get killed before. Just wow. Good, like, seriously, good stuff.
Listen, I'm not unkillable or whatnot. Like I.
Yeah, but saying that you're unkillable makes for good television. So
even Freaky can bleed. Oh,
right.
goodness.
I'm not
Only
no
human.
Superman. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not Super Meg. I can't do that.
Speaking of which, and before we go on to both of you guys, I just wanted to point out these stats after the game are really close. You and Deity, CDM and Deity are just super close teams. I don't think there are two teams that are this close in the league right now. And so we'll see how this progresses throughout the season. I'm excited to see you guys go up against other teams. All of you.
I'm just saying, like, DDD is a really good team. Like, there was no, like, at point where, like, yeah, we got this, we're going to win this. No, like, we're just going in, like, as if we don't have any points. Like, we're just going in a different mindset. So the fact that we don't really, like, mess up. Because, like, second match, I might do, like, it can go either way. They can win or we can win. We just got to play better than we did before. So, that's, yeah.
Yeah, I was curious what your comms were going into that fourth game, because you guys took a while to ready up. I was curious what you guys were, what your guys' pep talk sounded like.
Oh yeah, it was much more different.
There was just a lot of, we just had a little discussion, that's all.
Fair enough. And that Blight game, did you guys, was it intentional to go after the totems that quickly, or did it just kind of happen?
Okay. I mean, like,
we went hunting. We went totem hunting, okay? That's what happened with us.
Because, I mean, like, here's the thing, like as soon as, like, the match started, like, we start doing gens and stuff, and we noticed that he had Tinker. And, like, there's Ruin for sure and Undying. So his last perk, like, it's we already know what it is. So, like, it's telltale that he doesn't have Haunted. So we can easily just pop, Undying or Ruin. And so we were lucky enough to get Ruin on the first pop.
Well, it worked out pretty well for you guys. I've played Blight before, and losing Ruin Undying that early just feels so bad. So, for sure. And... yeah, just, oh my goodness. Well played, both teams. You guys have anything you want to say to each other before we start closing this out?
So, like pretty much, what was I going to say? What I was mainly doing, like, when I was, like, I was a David, obviously, but, like, what I was doing was kind of just sitting at that one gen, and, like, the setups I had with those pallets, like, he couldn't really do much, like, sitting there. I had, like, 2-3 pallets, like, the one bus pallet, the other one next to it, and the window right there. So I was completely safe. That gen was completely safe. So that's why I was kind of just chilling there, putting pressure. But every time you tinker, like, I do, like, I'm telling you, our comms were almost cluttered because everybody was just screaming, like, he's over here. Oh my God, where's he going? Like everybody was just screaming because, like, we just want to know where the hell he was.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Keep the survivors juggled.
Pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah.
Thing. I also want to mention IX Exhibity. The rank 13. I know you guys were looking in chat like, oh, he does a rank 13 or whatnot, right? But he's actually very experienced. He's a bragging rights tourney player, and he's won quite a lot of tournaments. So pulled him out today.
Okay, that explains a lot actually, because we were curious. Seeing a rank 13 in the lobby, like, we're seeing red ranks.
Yeah, and also, pretty much, me and Exhibity, me and him have, like, actually been playing on a lot of teams together, so, like, we have a lot of chemistry built up, and we're just known as a duo. So, like, as soon as, like, he heard me, I was on CDM, and he joined. because he saw that I was on the team. So me and him are a duo.
Oh, OTP, you might even say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it. Match made in heaven. Anyway, yeah. If there's nothing else you guys have to say to each other, do you guys have anything to say to the stream before we head out?
To the stream, I was just like, there's just so much toxicity going on in chat, dude. Like, I didn't really say anything because, like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not really saying anything because I'm just humble. Like, it doesn't matter what goes on. But like, if someone talks dirty about my team, like, I'm not just gonna let that happen, you know. Like, I'm gonna come back and say something. But like, I wasn't completely toxic in chat compared to like what people were just like outright saying, and it was bizarre, dude. And yeah, like, I'm not up for that. So. The way you hit teams like this, or just the way you hit people like this, is hit them with the humbleness. Don't say anything. As soon as you mess them up the next game, GG's. Have fun. It was fun. Yeah. Like, that's how you humble people. As soon as you do that, you say GG's. What are they going to say? There's nothing they can say.
Fair enough.
I agree with every word spoken there. Yeah. It's no reason to get as heated as it got, but I also understand, and the reason why I let it go a little bit this time was because I knew this match was going to be kind of heated, because I knew I know CDM comes pretty hard, and I know that Deity has a reputation. So either way it went, I knew that this was going to be crazy. Just on the offset, we were talking about it all day. We were like, we're going to see our highest numbers. Everything's going to be nuts tonight, and letting it go a little bit just this one time, I think is okay. I am going to be talking to everyone in the league about it for sure. But at the same token, it was a really good match, and
it was.
Oh man,
emotions run high when things are intense. So
you're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of fanboys. So I mean, like, it's all right. I was laughing the entire time at what they were saying.
Yeah, I was laughing at some of it too.
Yeah.
Even things that I would normally be like, "Hey, don't say that in here." I was like, yeah.
And chat, real quick at the chat. I just want to tell the chat, please. We get it. We know there's a lot of confusion right now, concerns about professionalism. All of it's going to be looked at, reviewed. Of course, we take your comments and feedback very seriously, of course, and we'll be looking at that. But thank you very much. And Rue, do you want to ask the teams about stuff and moving on?
I think that's just about all I had. I covered most of the points. I can't think of any other parts of the game that was... I think we covered everything. Just, oh my goodness, just outstanding match from both of you guys. For real. That was a absolutely blast to watch. I didn't think it could get any better after the previous match. I was proven wrong, and I'm so glad I was. It was an absolute pleasure to watch you guys get out together. And if I remember correctly, they're going to be doing it out again at the end of the season, correct? These are division rivals.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm down for that. We're gonna be ready for that.
I cannot wait for the rematch between these two.
I think it's last week of the season.
14th.
14th week. That is gonna be a good matchup, dude.
Last week. It's also complete accident. They came in. Deity came in and graciously took a spot last second, because we had a team that was just causing way more problems than they were worth, and and that was who we were supposed to play in week 14. So they just filled the spot, and it just happened to be your division, and fate's align, I guess.
All right,
man. I'm not even gonna lie though. One last thing. That last game, those runs were amazing. I ain't gonna lie. That game was definitely mine. That game was definitely mine.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed watching the chases for sure. Blight, just the ping ponging around was sickening to watch. I get why Poggy says he gets motion sickness. I got motion sickness from that.
Oh yeah, dude, it's just like a lot of bouncing around, dude.
For sure.
I did have to look away a few times. Well, let's let's get their last word to the stream.
Anyway.
Anything they want to say to the stream, and then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, any last words, guys?
It was fun. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely excited to see like what's gonna happen in week 14. So.
Yep. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we do play tomorrow as well. Get back on track. So that should be another good showing.
I think y'all play. We overslept tomorrow.
That sounds right.
So.
Yeah. That sounds right.
It is we overslept, yes.
Yep, we overslept. Yep. And I believe you guys are also the home team, so you'll be back on this map?
Again tomorrow. Yep. Against We Overslept, who just got their first win ever, so...
Well, congratulations to them.
gonna be a crazy one for sure.
But yeah, we plan just to get back on track tomorrow as a team. We're gonna learn from this. We're definitely gonna get back to the drawing board, and I'm also excited for week 14 as well. I think it'll be a good game.
For sure. Well, there you have it, everyone. Thank you guys for coming in and interviewing with us. Thank you, Squid, Freaky, and Trip. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but that was amazing. I'm exhausted. I'm going to have to take like a 10-hour, 12-hour nap or something. That was crazy.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys have it going. I'll be going now.
Oh, man. Anyway, well, that concludes our Wednesday night matches. We'll be back again tomorrow with Deity versus We Overslept starting as is that the first game for tomorrow? I believe that is
7 p.m. is FPS versus DBP first. 11:30 is going to be DT versus We Overslept. So it's a late game at 11:30 p.m.
It is
Eastern.
Late game.
It is, yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we got 2 more matches coming up tomorrow. You don't want to miss them. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't checked us out already, we have vigoscourt.tv/merch where you can get t-shirts and stickers to rep your favorite teams. I'm getting an Undying Lions one hopefully soon. I can't wait to start repping that on the channel. You can check us out on patreon.com/vigoscourt. Check us out there. Follow, subscribe if you haven't already shared this with your friends and family. I got a call from my dad today. Says he's loving the stream. I never would have thought so, but here we are. And yeah.
Hi, Dad.
This has been CDM. This has been Deity versus CDM. CDM managing to hold on to their defending title from last season. Thank you for watching. This has been Vigo's Court. I'm your Judge LaRugard. This has been your Counselor Poggy. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for watching.
There we go. All right. Well, bye.
So before the first gen even pops. Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Freaky Deity able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.